So this is officially video evidence that I have friends. That was a long time. Hey, it's Liz, and it's Monday, and I am here with... Introduce yourself.
Ethan from A History of Gaming. It's a channel that none of you have heard of, because the only subscribers is like us and maybe you. Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yay.
I'm a good friend.
Yay, good friends.
Anyways, obviously, what season of S.H.I.E.L.D. is this? 4?
This is season 4.
Yeah, season 4 of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been a thing for, ever, and I just never got around to finishing the second half of it. And, how long has it been since I made a S.H.I.E.L.D. video? 2 years?
Was it the 29 Reasons video? Or was there one after?
I think there was one after. I think it was about Fitzsimmons. I remember it was
yeah.
unedited, and I uploaded it from, backstage. Well, yeah. Anyways, it's been a long time, but I do remember that S.H.I.E.L.D. videos were the first of my videos to do well, so I was like, I should probably do that again, so...
Good plan.
And if you haven't watched this season, go. Don't continue
yeah,
watching.
You're definitely
Spoilers.
Gonna watch it because this is a crazy season.
Oh man, it's
really crazy.
Oh my gosh, I'm emotionally scarred.
Yeah.
Let's start with Melinda May, who deserves better. This isn't the first time we've had a fake May. There was that one with the face mask thing, and then it got burned on and all of that stuff. So, first of all, just a theme. That May came on to Phil, and that was how he knew that it was not the real May.
Yeah.
You'd think
but
that
the other
this
May
would have
came on
worked
to
the
Phil.
same. It's like he didn't realize until she kissed him, and then he was like, wait, hang on, no, this is wrong. So,
yeah.
That was an emotional roller coaster.
They drank the scotch. They drank the scotch.
I find it interesting that she was more emotional, Android May was more emotional than real May.
Yeah. I mean, it's like...
She was completely programmed with all of May's wants and all of that stuff, and unlike actual May, she just didn't have the inhibition to, not do anything about it.
Yeah.
Which was horrible.
Yeah, and then that one scene with May LMD and Coulson LMD. When they both
That
died.
was incredible. It was emotional, but it was amazing because she was, forced to not tell anyone that she was an LMD.
Yeah, she couldn't tell anyone.
She couldn't tell anyone that she was an LMD, but then she's like, no, this one moment. I have choice, I have free will, and damn if I'm not going to do anything about it. So she blew everything up so that all of the LMDs were taken care of. Then there's Phil. I don't know where to begin with Coulson.
Yeah.
But I'd like to begin with when he was in the framework, and he was a teacher, and he was convinced that it was the soap.
It's very Coulson. Very Coulson.
The blue soap. I don't know. All I want is for, Daisy and everyone to pitch in on getting him a soap-making kit. And it's just so Hydra doesn't brainwash you.
Yeah, but, I don't know. I feel like that would have been funnier if he didn't remember from the framework. And it was, only Daisy. That also probably would have been better for
I don't know.
Fitz, but we're not going to talk about him yet, because not for a while.
Oh, man, I'm going to cry.
Because we probably won't be able to talk about anybody after him, because we won't be able to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Coulson, went through it with the whole May situation.
Yeah.
He finally came to a point where he was like, yeah, I'm ready to tell her I'm in love with her, which he's probably been for, decades at this point.
Yeah, something like that.
I've been a Felinda shipper since the beginning. I don't know about you.
Definitely better than May and Ward.
Ugh.
Yuck.
Ugh, that was so gross. That was horrible. I don't know why that happened.
The season was bad at that. That was first half of the first season. Terrible.
Right.
Watch it anyway, but it's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a disaster. Yeah. But I don't know. And then what did he do at the end of the season? Because he took on the Rider so that he could kill Ada.
Yeah.
But now they're in space.
Yeah.
Why are they in space?
Honestly, I think it has something to do with the only thing it really can have anything to do with is not the Inhumans, the thing that created the Inhumans, the blue things. What are they called?
The Kree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Kree related.
Maybe.
Season 5, I think it's going to be something to do with the Kree because they're in space, and that's where like the first Inhuman was. He was on the moon or whatever.
I hope that they finally talk about that because they never really have. Like, it's been brought up a lot of times, and I've been expecting them to talk about it, and they just never do. And I really want to know, like, what's going on? Poor Coulson, he's been through it, you know, like the love of his life, being replaced by an LMD and sent into the framework to die.
I mean, Simmons kind of had the same.
Oh, Simmons.
Yeah.
We'll save her for.
Yeah, we'll save her too. Yeah, we're still talking about Coulson.
How do you feel about the new director? Well, he's dead now.
Yeah,
but
Patriot. I hated him at first. Like, I thought he was going to be another Talbot. I thought he was going to be another Talbot. Like, just annoying and in the way. And then he kind of came through, especially like especially in the framework.
Well, yeah, when he saved all of those kids and died.
And then all the kids died because they weren't real.
Oh, framework.
Why?
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Because his whole purpose was like to be the face of S.H.I.E.L.D. and be an Inhuman, but he wasn't really an Inhuman.
He was better at Ada's job than Ada was. Because he basically, like, was the S.H.I.E.L.D.
What was up with that, like, rainbow system of levels instead of being, like, level 4, level 9, you know? What was up with
I didn't like that either.
I didn't understand it.
Nobody understood it.
Right. Like, at one point it sounded like Gemma was actually above May, and May was like, that's not... What?
I mean, she was, because Mace liked her better, and didn't like May quite as much.
The rainbow system made no sense. Now, the other face of S.H.I.E.L.D. was Daisy. After he brought her in. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which, Daisy's badass. Like,
she always great, was. She's just grown into it now.
Yeah. Humans, they're great. Unless you're that one lady that blew up. What was her name? The senator? Senator with the Inhuman brother?
I don't remember her name, but I remember that I hate her.
Yeah, she was terrible. Her brother's probably going to be in season 5 too, because he's at the bottom of the lake. Die. Yeah, he like re-Terragenesis.
Yeah, he goes back into his Terra cocoon thing every time he's almost dead. So that's an experience.
So, how would that work with like an Inhuman though? Because
I don't know.
They talked like.
I think that is his power.
But
going into a cocoon every time he's in danger.
But like, or maybe he's like his power changes every time.
Maybe.
Because like he also was like really fast for a little bit. Yeah.
So Daisy's just lost Lincoln and completely lost her mind.
She's completely crazy at the beginning of the season.
And her thing was that her powers were hurting her, right? And that's why she has her gauntlets later on, which is cool. I don't know. I feel like.
I don't like that her powers like hurt her because that doesn't really. That's not what it is for any of the other Inhumans.
Sure it is.
Except for like, were the others really affected by their powers?
Yeah.
I mean, there was the guy that was blinded by his powers when he could teleport.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it happens.
Well, yeah, when you have something that really does weird. That with. Or like what was her name? Was it Reyna or something?
Yeah, she looked like a porcupine.
The clairvoyant one. Yeah, like the spikes were constantly hurting her. Because the thing is, there's just a little bit of alien DNA to slightly change it, but they're still limited by like what the human body can take, which is how they end up, you know. Like I'm sure that the guy who blew up, every time he put himself back together, went through hell.
He just lost his clothes. Like he didn't seem fazed by it.
Yeah, but he was a psychopath.
Fair enough.
Ward came in. That was
a little bit. Like he was like the opposite of what he was.
He was like the anti-Ward.
Yeah.
He was still a traitor, but he was a traitor to Hydra, so that made him good.
It's like everybody was kind of the opposite of what they were. Like May, instead of being the best S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, was the best Hydra agent.
Well, it all was about their one regret, and obviously Ward was just made up to fit in there because it wasn't about fixing his regret. Yeah, it was just about fixing the real people's regret.
Because he wasn't actually put into the framework.
May's regret was killing that child, but then by not doing it, it still ended up going wrong.
Yeah.
Phil's regret was saying yes to S.H.I.E.L.D., but then he regretted saying no to S.H.I.E.L.D., so...
Max was his daughter's death.
Mm-hmm.
Oh crap, we're gonna have to talk about Mac.
Oh man. Everything bad happens to Mac.
Yeah.
I'm hurt by it. That just, okay.
I mean, Yo-Yo happened to Mac, and that was good.
That was good, yes. But
like...
you know, so, Mac. Pure being. He's the mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Throw back to that one time in season 2 that Fitz had a crush on him. That happened.
Yeah, that did happen. Yep.
Because it's like, is that happening? But, you know, then Gemma's like, wow, cute, huh? Except she was a hallucination. And Fitz is like, he must be, since you're a figment of my imagination. Which, you know, that was...
Yeah.
Never let that die.
Fitz in season 2.
Mac is lovely.
Great.
And he deserves everything good. But apparently, he had this daughter who died and, you know, went through a divorce, all of that stuff, and I guess that eventually led to him joining S.H.I.E.L.D. And, so when he's put in the framework, because they were all, you know, kidnapped and hooked up in there, his one regret was the death of his daughter. And so he wasn't... Oh, I don't remember. I remember that he called her his little spark plug, though. I cried every single time. That was horrible, because they don't know, they don't remember being, you know, in the real world. So to him, all he has is his daughter and, you know, building things with her and all. That is his life. She is his life. And so when they finally come to him and they're like, yo,
you gotta
this
leave
is all
your daughter.
Fake. You gotta come back to the real world. He's like, okay, is she in the real world? And they're like,
no.
And then he has to find out that, and he literally was like, no, I would rather die in here with someone who isn't real than go out there into a world that doesn't have her, which makes sense, because, you know...
I kind of saw what he was going for.
Because, like, every other regret was replaceable with a new regret that is like, I wish I had in fact done that way this wouldn't have happened, but it's different when it comes to a parent and their child, because it's like, okay, sure, everything is going to crap and this is terrible, but do I really want to give up the life of my child? No. The world can burn for all I care. Pretty much what he decided.
What was Patriot's regret?
Not being a real Inhuman, maybe.
That might have actually been it. Saved some imaginary children. And that was really messed up, by the way. The compliance program thing.
Well, that was what it was, and it was a reflection of what the actual Nazis did in Germany when they were brainwashing children. Man, I feel sick every time I hear the sentence, compliance will be rewarded. Hey, Hindsight Liz here, realizing that I made a mistake. This is a really long video, so I'm going to be splitting it into 3 parts, one uploaded today, one uploaded tomorrow, and one uploaded on Wednesday. Holy frickin' crap. But anyways, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can leave a comment below about literally anything, like, whatever. Follow both of us in the links in the description box below. Be a bro. Share this video with another bro, and if you have not done so yet, subscribe, because there will be more parts of this video, so stay tuned.